You raise an eyebrow as you rummage through your locker. Where is it? You mumbled as your bra was missing. The two girls next to you soon noticed you struggle. Is something wrong? The girl next to you, who asked her friend if her boobs were getting bigger, asked. I can't find my extra bra, you replied. She then looks at your chest. What size are you? She asks. Insert your chest size. Sorry for all you dudes. You replied, oh, Ami, you have the same chest size as her, as the girl who you assumed was Melanie commented. You can borrow mine, Ami said as she hands you an extra bra. You raise an eyebrow. Are you sure? Do you have an extra one? You asked. My reputation is literally that I'm a slut, so it's weird that someone is helping me other than my friends. You thought, yeah, no worries. I always bring 2 extra bras, just in case, she replied. Well, thank you. You thanked her as you took the bra. Why are you helping me, by the way? I mean, my reputation isn't really the best, you asked. Well, people who believe those rumors are mostly Miyaku's friends, or compassionate, Ami replied, which is like 95% of the school, but sis, we're like that 5% of who are natural. Melody added, thanks. You thanked them. The two of them nodded in response. Your heart felt warm as you found out that not 100% of the school hates you. But by the way, whoever harassed you again, you should report them to Sir Muzan, Ami suggested. Oh yeah, remember that guy you fought, Jeff? Sir Muzan punished him so hard, he still isn't attending school. He must be so embarrassed and ashamed, as he should be, Melody giggled. I wonder what punishment Muzan did to Jeff, you thought. The bell soon rang, saying that it was time for the next class. You quickly finished up and locked your locker. Time skip. You looked around the market. You were buying food and other needs again. I should buy a tub of ice cream and binge watch some shitty drama shows, you mumbled as you stared at the entrance of the convenience store. While you were focused on staring at the entrance of the convenience store, you didn't notice a man with black, slightly curled hair with piercing crimson eyes were watching you like an ambush predator, waiting for a moment to attack. Was he stalking you? No. It was merely a coincidence. Well, that's what Muzan tells himself. It's not like he waited outside your apartment at a safe distance and followed you here to create a scenario to make you sure you'd be with him today or something. You're overthinking it, listener. While you stood there, deciding whether to buy ice cream or not, Muzan was going to take this as an opportunity, but his eyes widened as he quickly stopped his tracks. Why? Why the hell is he here? He thought as he glared at a figure approaching you. Meow. A voice called out. You raised an eyebrow and looked around to see the cat. Huh? Aren't you the cat from school? You commented as you dropped to its level to examine it. Demon Killer 9000. There you are. Oh shit. A deep voice spoke out. You looked up to see a man with dark hair with a hint of burgundy. You noticed that the ends of his hair were colored red. You also noticed some sort of birthmark on his head. Yeah. You then felt his maroon eyes gaze at you. Oh, is he your cat? You asked. He nods in response. Come here, Demon Killer 9000. He spoke out. The cat purred and went to his owner. Sus. He kind of looks familiar, you thought as you examined him. Oh my god, he is, you thought as your mouth slowly opened in disbelief. Yurichi? You spoke out as you let out a gasp as you noticed that you said his name out loud. He raised an eyebrow. How do you know my name? He asks. Oh, well, that cat is famous at my school, and I asked people who the owner was, and they replied that it was some guy named Yurichi. You replied as you let out an awkward laugh. I don't know Yurichi even was in this game. You thought. Oh, he replied. You then realized something. The cat's name. Wait, is he named Demon Killer 9000? You asked, in disbelief. He nodded his head in response. His nickname is Chad. He added. Chad? How? I'm not even asking. You thought as you tried to hold in your laughter. The cat soon walked up to you and rubbed its head against your legs. Your eyes widened as he wasn't this affectionate towards you. He seems to like you, Yurichi commented as he let out a small smile. Demon Killer 9000, aka Chad's POV. Thank you, mortal simps. I'm giving you a good first impression on Yurichi. Also, don't get your hopes up too much, human. He won't be a yandere. Muzan grit his teeth as he slowly backed away from the scene. He didn't like Yurichi. Not even a bit. In fact, he loathed him. Who knows? Yurichi might even be your key to make sure that Muzan wouldn't even get to touch a single strand on your head. Time skip. Today was any other day. It was time for school. Yurichi stood somewhere, staring at the sky. Why the fuck does school exist? Why do we exist? Why do we have to learn all this random bullshit? Miyachidori won't get me anywhere in life. I can't calculate my way to a job. All of this bullshit, and I still don't know how to pay my taxes, how to get a job, how to get a home. Should I drop out? School isn't even worth it. Michio thought as he cut off as his name was being called by someone. Moo? You called out as you ran to him. He then turned around to see your face. He stares at the Tupperware you were holding. Moo, I just baked chocolate cookies because I was bored. Do you want to taste them? You asked with a bright smile. Sure, he replied as he soon took a bite. It's good, he added. You squealed in happiness. Oh my god, I finally have the perfect recipe, you commented as you soon rambled on to him. Maybe school isn't so bad, he thought. Yin, a voice called out. Michiro looked to see who it was. It was Sabito. Oh, hey Sabito, he replied as he walked up to you. We should go to my place tomorrow, he spoke out. Oh, are we going to do it again? You asked. Do it again? Michiro thought as his face slowly turned into a frown. I researched a little yesterday and found something we should use tomorrow, Sabito added. Well, it better be good, since the last one was a little bad and that we had to improvise, he replied. What the fuck are they talking about? Are they talking about sex? Did they do it? Michiro thought as he soon opened his mouth. Did you guys have sex? He spoke out. You and Sabito's eyes widened. What? No, we were talking about our science research and the sites we used, he replied. Oh, well, that's a relief, Michiro thought as he soon gave Sabito a glare. I don't like him. He's talking too much to Yin, he thought. Sabito was about to say something, but Michiro stopped him. Yin, I'm bored. Let's head to the garden, Michiro suggested. Oh, sure, you replied. Well, Sabito, I'll talk to you later, you added. Sabito nodded. All right, Yin, he replied. You and Michiro soon started to head to the garden. Michiro was just right behind you, and he looked back to see Sabito was watching the two of you leave. Michiro didn't hesitate to mock him. Sabito raised an eyebrow as he was confused as to why Michiro did that, but brushed it off as a playful teasing. That's right. Don't even think about getting closer to her, Michiro thought. He soon turned to you and clung to your arm. You were a little taken back by his sudden touch. What? He asked, unbothered. Nothing, I guess I'm just shocked you're suddenly clinging to my arm, you replied. Well, get used to it, he simply replied, while you let out a small chuckle. You brushed his action off, thinking that you were just growing closer to him, but that wasn't the case. If only you didn't brush these red flags off, then he wouldn't have a dangerous behavior in the future. Time skip. Am I doing it right? Bob asked. You turned to him. He was watering the flowers. He offered to help as he didn't have anything to do during break. Yeah, good job, Bob. You complimented him. He blushes and soon looked away. You were used to Bob's shy behavior. By the way, got any trivia as to why plants grow when we talk to them, Bob? You asked as you let out a small chuckle. I actually have one. Some researchers say it's because of the mid vibrations in our voices. The vibrations improve communication and photosynthesis, which improves growth and the ability to fight infections. Some say it's because of carbon dioxide produces when people exhale as they speak. He replied, You stood there, dumbfounded, as your dumbness didn't get or catch a thing he said. He then gets up. You know, Yin, you always compliment me and you are always there for me. He spoke out. You raised an eyebrow and turned to him. You know, Yin, Bob was cut off by a loud male who shouted your name. Yin! You turned around to see who it was. You let out a deep sigh as soon as you found out. It was Inosuke. Fuck, you mumbled. Inosuke, you bastard, do you want to blow my eardrums? You shouted. You're always screaming, you added. Well, why are you screaming right now? Inosuke shouts back. You shouted first. I'm only giving you a taste of your own medicine, you told him. You soon rolled your eyes. Whatever. What do you want? Money? I can't lend it to you. I'm broke, you told him. What? No, I won't borrow money. What kind of low human being do you think I am? He asks. You literally owe me $12 for the tub of ice cream, burgers and fries and chicken nuggets. You told him. I was hungry, okay? He told you. Anyways, that's not what I'm here for. You have to come with me, he told you. You raised an eyebrow. Why should I, you ask? It's a surprise. Now come on, follow me, he told you. No, you simply declined. Just follow me, Yin, he whined. You rolled your eyes. Fine, just give me my $12 back, you told him. I'll give it back if you follow me, he reassured you. You stared at him before letting out a sigh. Fine. Well, I need to go follow this boar now, Bob. What were you saying? You asked. Huh? He was here all along? Inosuke thought, not noticing him in the first place. Inosuke soon glared at him. Bob quickly looked away. Nothing, I'll tell you later, he told you. You nodded and soon left with Inosuke. Bob let out a sigh. I just want to be able to tell her already, he mumbled. As he was about to leave, he heard a female voice. Pathetic. You like her? Bob turned around to see Miyuku. Bob's face soon turned sour. Miyuku was able to say something, but was stopped when she noticed his intimidating glare. Bob soon walked up to her. Miyuku gulped in fear over how intimidating he was. Shut up, bitch, he spoke out. Miyuku's eyes widened in shock. Miyuku was too blinded by anger and jealousy to even think rationally or realize that Bob had cursed at her. That she must have encountered this true personality. She thought of Bob as someone shy, timid, and is easy to manipulate. But her plan backfired. Fucking annoying. Nothing is working. I'll have to use my last resort, she mumbled. That what Miyuku didn't know, though. The danger she will encounter in the future. Meanwhile, Daki, why did you? Blake was cut off as Daki embraced him. He soon felt his shirt getting wet. Daki was crying. How did it get to this situation, you ask? Blake received a message from Daki asking him to meet her at her office at noon. Blake headed to her office as soon as he could, and this is how it ended up here. Blake's eyes widened as she wraps her arms around his arms in comfort. What's wrong? Blake asks. Daki sniffed. I know this is a game. Blake froze in shock. I also know, I remember everything, she sobbed as she hugged him tighter. I remember all of Ian's progress before you got transported here, she cried out. Damn, chapter 66 is so short. Here it is. Basically, you rolled your eyes as you shoved your phone back into your pocket. You then looked walked ahead of you. You were on your way to school. Yin, a voice spoke out. You turned around to see Kojo. Oh, good morning, Kojo. You greeted him as you examined him. Good morning to you too, Yin, he replied. I feel like something is missing. Oh, his hair is down, you thought. So what made you let your hair down? You're not wearing your usual tied-up hairstyle, you commented. Well, my hair tie is broke, so I had no choice but to head to school like this, he chuckled. Huh. You mumbled as you soon rambled through the back of your backpack. You had an extra dormandy hair tie. Well, I have an extra hair tie if you want it, you told him as you showed him the Dormanon hair tie. He let out a chuckle. You're adorable, Yin, he commented. Your eyes widened. Oh, what? Are you judging me for having a Dormadon hair tie? The disrespect. You pouted out as your cheeks. You puffed out of your cheeks as you crossed your arms. He let out a laugh. No, Yin, I'll gladly borrow your hair tie, he replied. You're even cute when you're mad, he thought. You stared at him before slowly handing him the hair tie. You better take good care of him, you told him. He's my precious baby, okay? You added. You mean our baby? He asks. Are you a communist? You asked as he let out a laugh. No, I'm not, Yin, he replied. I was just trying to be smooth, he says, as you roll your eyes.